What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Baby Shack and I'm here to help you become profitable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So I had a very quick trade today. I had a very busy day and it was not on gold. It was actually on, I believe, MNQ or the S&P 500. So if we come to the chart and we go to the 1 hour works, you can see right here we have the 1 hour structure, and I'm going to mark it out for you. We have our high, our lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then ultimately a lower low right here. So this forms our 1 hour break of structure right here. 1 hour break of structure. We could also label this area possibly as a support and resistance area right around here. So let me put this back on, and we're going to draw our support and resistance onto the chart. Let me go to the 30-minute, see if we can get a little bit more price action. So you can see I got these two lines. Now I'm going to draw my actual support and resistance area. So this is definitely an area of support and resistance right here. How do I want to draw this? I'll just do it like that for now. And then we'll grab this other one, and then we're going to continue on. So we'll put this other support and resistance line right here. And if you don't know how I do it, go check out one of the videos. But I pretty much use certain parts of the wicks. And that's where I find my support and resistance areas from. So this would be another area of interest, as well as this one down here. And I typically have them like grayed out in a box. I'm going to do it like that and then just get rid of the imbalance. I definitely like the look of that better. Imbalance. So you can see where my support and resistance lines are, or my areas of interest right around there. So now with that being said, we can also see that the moving averages were trending down, but then we started to cross right around here. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame, and you can also see that this right here is a 4 hour break of structure, which is the main thing that I saw for the day. So we had a 4 hour break of structure right here. And there was, it looks like there's a small 4 hour imbalance inside of here. So we're going to mark that out. You know how I trade. 4 hour imbalance. We're going to put it in red since our support and resistance lines are gray today. So now that we've pushed back into that 4 hour imbalance, I was looking for, a change of character, a break of structure on the lower time frame, whether that was the 15-minute or the 5-minute. And you can see our 15-minute low is right here. This will be our 15-minute low. I think high. Actually, no, this is our 15-minute low right here. 15-minute break of structure. And then we can also go to the 5-minute for a tighter entry. It looks like high, low. So the 15-minute and the 5-minute are the same in this scenario as far as our structure goes. So now you can see at the start of the day we had our the Asian session, which had a strong push to the downside, creating kind of like a small area of supply. We had the London session take out the Asian lows. So now we have London highs and we have Asian highs when the New York session opens up, which is when I trade. So we got all the way up here. I remember now, anticipating all this to happen, I initially took a buy in here, expecting that we were in fact going to at least come up into where is it at, this 4 hour imbalance, which we did. I took I took one win and then a equal loss, which put me at break even, and then I took pretty much this win that put me back up on the day. So if we go to, let me say, what time frame? If we go to, okay, the 10-minute time frame works, I guess. You can see we start to change and go to the upside on the 10-minute time frame. From here, we have our lower highs, lower lows right here. And then we start to go back to the upside. Boom. And right now, you can see that the 10-minute is bullish in this scenario. 10-minute break of structure. So this is our 10-minute high right here, 10-minute low. So letting price come into this no wick candle, we end up sweeping, kind of creating a trend line right here. And I ended up getting into the trade, I think, around this blue candle, something like that. Had my stop loss below here. And I had my take profit, I think, just right here. So it was something like this. Maybe, I think I might have had it a little bit higher. And then as soon as we hit there, I got out of my trade. Now, originally, I was looking for this sell, but I was busy this morning, so I could not enter into it. But I did catch it with my, what do you call it, on options. So I did catch a small options play on it. So you can see right here, let's go to the 15-minute. We're traveling back to the upside. We do not take the high right here of the Asian session, which I wasn't super surprised. I was anticipating we would, but we didn't have to. But you can see us making higher highs, higher lows. And then we end up breaking that 15-minute / 5-minute low right here with that candle. And then we have this strong candle to the downside. That could have been your entry right there. Stop loss, somewhere up here. Take profit somewhere down here. Wherever you deem fit. You can see that was a 1.6 trade, 1.6R trade. Now, if we go to right here where we get this setup, you can maybe get into a trade off of the lower time frame. And you can see the 3-minute is trending. We got a low, high, lower, low. We pull back into this imbalance, and that would have been a very good trade as well. We can wait for a strong candle, and even still right here, that's a good setup to the downside, to take out these equal lows, which gives you a 2R trade, 2.4R trade. Now, if we go to gold, I took a sell in here, but it just didn't, I think in here or in here. But I don't know why the options plays just wasn't working for whatever reason. And I was actually in options buys down here, but my theta or whatever messed me up. But anyway, we could see we had that strong gap up the other day. Then we're in this consolidation. We had another gap to the upside. And now you can see we're just going up, up, up. We had a 1-hour break of structure. We swept liquidity right here. We came back into that consolidation, which is also, a demand level, 1-hour break of structure. Then we can go to something like the 3-minute or the 5-minute and wait for liquidity sweep, which you can see consolidation, accumulation, manipulation, expansion or distribution. We come back into that range. We sweep liquidity once again. Then we get an impulse on the lower time frame, creating an imbalance, which we can then target the highs once again. And you can put the stop loss where you want it. You can put it right there, target it right here. That's a 2.5R trade. And then you can see we went even higher throughout the day, 4.3. And then same thing, so on and so forth. We can go to the 1-hour time frame one more time. You can see we get another 1-hour break of structure right here. And then we start to pull back in this area. Let's see if we have an imbalance on another time frame. You can see that we do. 45-minute break of structure, 45-minute imbalance right here. We come back into it, go down to the 5-minute or the 3-minute, and it's the same thing once again. We sweep liquidity in this area, equal lows. We have a V-shaped recovery, which is this first thing. We have an imbalance. We enter in off of that imbalance, which is right here. Stop loss below the imbalance or below the lows. Target the highs. So that could be almost a 2R trade. And if you have it just below the sweep, then 2.4R. And now we're just continuing to the upside. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.